Hello and welcome to Ginger Prime. My name is Brian, and in today's video we're reviewing the Thunderbird, the legendary assault rifle in Outriders. Now I was lucky enough to get my hands on this bad boy, and I cannot wait to show it off to you, give you guys my thoughts and impressions. As always, I'd love to know yours. Have you gotten your hands on this weapon? Is this something that you're excited about, or is there a legendary that you're still hunting? So anyway, without further ado, we're going to go through the stats. I'm going to show you the stats, the perks, and some gameplay, and give my general thoughts about this weapon itself and why I think it is incredible. And that just gets me so excited for the rest of the legendaries. And so I'll have a video coming out a little bit later on how to farm this game for mods and legendaries and things like that between the demo and the full release. But stay tuned for that video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I know like 12% of you are subscribed, so if you hit that subscribe button, you can always unsubscribe later. No hard feelings. But without further ado, we've got crit damage at 11.9%, status power at 15%, and close range damage at 6.5%. So it says shards are received when dismantling weapons and armor. Shards can be used for crafting to raise your specific attribute values. So note, as a part of a farm, when you break things down, you're going to be able to craft these things later. That's going to come into play with the mod system later. Unfortunately, that's not in the demo, so just kind of pay attention very close to how this all functions. So because there's going to be a constant, I think, need for grinding and farming up these different weapons. Now, the gun has a couple mods. You have Ultimate Storm Whip. This is going to be shots bring down lightnings on an enemy, dealing 40 damage, and then Striga, which is 30% critical damage, is returned to you as health. So this is a great perk. You can see it as a tier 2 and a tier 3. Now later with the crafting system, you're able to swap out one of the perks as needed, and so just note that like we're still in this very early stage of discovery with this game. Now for its standard variation, you got a 40 clip size, 600 RPM, 12 damage, and then 1.5 seconds for reload. That's actually really quick. One of the things that's really nice about this gun itself is that when you're in the thick of it, it won't take you long to have a full clip ready to go again. On a Technomancer, which you'll see me playing as, you'll see that there's a lot you heal by damaging, and then coupling that with the Striga perk, it just keeps you constantly alive. Then you also have 125% crit multiplier. It's got very accurate, it's got great stability, and not the necessarily biggest range. Obviously you want that close range damage perk as well in this case, and that's why this gun I think is going to pair perfectly with that of the Devastator and the Trickster. I am obviously using it on Technomancer. That's just where it dropped for me in this case, and without the stash being available in the demo, I can't currently transfer it. So it's not really that big of a deal. I'm just happy to get my hands on it. So at the core of it, this gun plays like a dream. It feels like you're a hot knife through butter. Getting up close and personal, with especially that RPM and that stability, feels like I'm just landing shot after shot after shot, which in this case is healing me. Not on a Devastator, obviously that would heal me with them going down so close to me. Obviously with the close range damage, that helps out. So if you're playing kind of a long range game, maybe switch to a different weapon in this case, because this isn't necessarily going to maximize all of its damage for you itself. But one of the things that's really great is that when you talk about shots bring down lightning on an enemy and it deals 40, that's happening pretty consistently. It doesn't happen every time. It doesn't happen with every bullet. But if you think about it, you have got 40 chances for lightning to drop with that clip size, and that is incredible. So as a part of like kind of your regular style grunts, they're done. Like there's nothing they're gonna do, because even you hit them once or twice with a bullet, lightning's gonna finish them off. They get shredded really quickly. Armored enemies are gonna die pretty quickly, but if nothing else, you're gonna be getting that perk of damage and life getting healed back to you. And as they get closer, you're going to sit here and just be able to put out so much damage. It feels like, at the end of the day, outside of the numbers game, outside of just how fast you're running the content, it just feels fun to play with this gun, and it really has me excited for unlocking more of these legendaries. So stay tuned to the channel. Again, we'll be giving you guys breakdowns of all the weapons and things like that we found. Now, legendaries aren't the be-all end-all. I've been finding lots of power, lots of things to do with the perks themselves, and one of the things you'll notice with my build is that you'll see a couple different slots here on Technomancer. That's really where the armor is going to come in and become complementary to the overall game itself. So at the end of the day, like, one of the cool things about having this legendary is it's making it easier to farm up more legendaries. So as soon as you can kind of get into that tier of blue tier weapons, try to maximize out your mods and your perks, because that's every enemy that ends up dying is going to be another chance for you to get and roll on the potential for a legendary outside of the like different treasure chest farms themselves. So at the core of it, obviously we cannot yet compare it hands-on to any other legendary that's currently in the game. So when it stands out against the current weapons in the game, the greens, the blues, the commons, obviously, like I think we can kind of say, hey, commons are obviously common. But when we compare these to the different blue weapons, it really comes down to the mods, because some of the mods like freezing bullets or toxic bullets, or like all the different types of ways that those mods can be slotted, collected, and applied later on in the game, really kind of says that the legendaries stand out dramatically versus those other weapons, not just in how they look, but how they play. It really can change up your play style and your build options, and that's one of the most exciting things that I can say about the Thunderbird. Guys, that's my review. I have to give this one a huge thumbs up. It feels great to play. I hope that you were able to get your hands on it if you haven't already, and let me know if you do, and when you do, what you think about it. Are you an assault rifle style player? Are you a double barrel? Like, there's a lot of different types of weapons in this game. It's also exciting to kind of get hands-on with it. But I'm going to wrap it up. I'm trying to make these videos too long. If you guys have any feedback, general direction that you'd like to see these videos go, this is kind of my first review of a weapon here on the channel for this game. I'd like to know what you're looking for, what you want to see, what you want to hear. What is it that would attract you to obviously clicking on this video, but what if there's something I didn't cover and you'd like to know more, let me know so I can apply that kind of feedback to future videos as well. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for hitting that subscribe button, that like button, that share button, or that dislike button. Either button works. Thanks for being here as a part of the Soul Nation. And that's going to wrap it up. Thank you very much. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope to see you in my next video. But until then, take care. This video is sponsored by me, Ginger Prime. Hopefully you'll check out my podcast channel, Ginger Gaming Radio, which we have lots of guests, lots of great conversations, and even more highlights. Links are in the description below. Let me know what you think. Thanks.